Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your U.S. General. 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Friday, as you can see. We now back over at the storage unit, getting back to it, getting busy as always. In today's video segment presentation, I do have a new toolbox tour for you, but I ain't gonna hold you up too much more longer in the introductory of things. But as I always state as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? So pretty much we're going to dive into this toolbox tour. All right? It's going to be brief. My battery is running kind of low. All right? So walk with me. Let's get it. All right, when it comes to this U.S. General, there are some things that are going to be switched up and changed in this particular box. For quite some time, I've had a lot of brand new equipment that was originally supposed to be in this particular box. But when I was back in the shop, I had some common tools that was mainly more stored in this particular service cart. All right, so there are going to be quite a few things that's going to change in this particular cart. When I received the new tool storage earlier, I've been swapping around quite a few different things because I actually have 3 boxes. I actually have a workbench that's located here just as well. Okay, so in this particular cart, as you can take notice, in the particular drawer that I normally had my ratchets, and I switched it up, all right, because I do have a large selection of wrenches just as well, which you're taking a look at in this particular drawer is your regular combination open end max bites. These are your Milwaukee wrenches and SAE standard and metric, just as well as I also have the ratchet and wrench sets. And I keep the Genius extra long double box ends in this particular cart just as well. My bottom drawer is going to be changed up. All right, there's a lot of things switching up from the bottom drawer just as well is the upper top chest. When it comes to the upper top chest, I'm about to change a whole different selection of sockets in a different brand. There will be some sockets that I will keep in the upper top chest, all right, and there will be some that I will be discarding, but mainly more everything else is gonna stick along with this particular cart here. All right, when it comes to my workbench, I can't roll the workbench out in the open area because it doesn't have wheels. Okay, so it always stays stationary inside my unit. A lot of times when I'm recording, you never see that I actually have a workbench, and that's where I keep a lot of my most newest equipment stored. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dive in to this new toolbox tour. The new toolbox did come in today, so walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, so as you can take notice, the new box is in, which is a Snap-on KRS C430, I believe this is. All right, with the black trimming, black badge, has the black, I think it's called Rhino top, I believe, if I'm not quite sure, mistaken. Get things out in the open. I got a lot of organizing to do. I got a lot of sockets, so there's a lot of organization that I need to get inside this particular cart. In the prior moment, I did put quite a few things in the box, but you know, there's nothing organized. I have nothing in the box set properly, like you know how I would normally do, like how I have this U.S. General set up. All right, so I got a lot of work to do when it comes to this 430 here. Give you a little quick brief look at what I have in the drawers. Okay, you're normally used to seeing these ratchets in the U.S. General, but this is not how I technically is going to have this drawer set up. This drawer is going to actually be set up a little bit differently, which you could take notice over here. I have my Mac scraper and a Mac-O prying tool, just as well as I got my Snap-on low profile socket set, and I have my Instinct grip file set here. So we get down here, just as well as the wrench drawer. I have a large different selection of wrenches Everything in this drawer is all snap-on, with the exception of the Mac torque precisions here. All right, just as well as the new soldering iron, and these are your snap-on high performance double end flex head ratchet and wrenches here, and metric. All right, I also have the SAE standard set coming just as well. I got my long torques, but these don't technically belong there. I just threw them there for the prior moment because, like I said, I have a lot of sockets and things like that, but I need the proper organization to get everything laid out. So we move down here. All right, this drawer hasn't been set up yet. This is the drawer that's set up into different components. I still not quite sure what I'm going to do with this particular drawer. Got a lot of tools on top of tools and things like that. All extensions underneath. So like I said, there's nothing organized at the moment, right? So you can see here, I have my Snap-on 3/8 drive 100th anniversary torque wrench. These is my Snap-on air hammer bits here. All right, just let me see something. Hold on. Just to give you a little brief look at what I have up top real quick. This is my brake caliper press tool. This is a rethreading kit. This is the drawer liner with the other necessities that go to that particular drawer that hasn't been set up just yet. Back here I have my pen light. This is the 14.43 drive long neck ratchet. Got my lumen light over here. Snap-on magnetic panel. Then you have your MAGA pads, just as well as the breakaway magnetic dish with my 2 batteries and my Snap-on charger there. All right, moving along. Let's see. Down here, once again, a lot of tools on top of tools. Can't really fit everything in this particular drawer because, you know, with these blow molded cases, but I am about to bust a lot of this down, just as well as I have a lot of other equipment that's going to be stored within this drawer. Let me get down here. All right, I got my ball peen hammer. All right, you can already see this is the steel bearing race kit here. This is the multi-probe. This is that new ratcheting screwdriver. Here I have a Snap-on soft hammer. This is the Snap-on one, not the Blue Point one. But you know, they're all the same. They rebrand these a lot. Got my Mac anti-vibe and my ball pins and prying tools there. Like this drawer is going to be situated a little bit differently just as well with some other diagnostic equipment that I have. Then down here, all right, there's still a lot of different things that I need to situate up. The case that's underneath all the cordless is the tap and die set. That's the large set right there. Have my Snap-on air hammer. Have the high torque 3/8 stubby. The Milwaukee M18 Super Sawzall HD. Got your cutoff wheel. You got your 3/8 drive. Right angle impact, 1/2-inch drive, 3/8 drive ratchet, 1/4-inch ratchet. You have your die grinder there. All right. Have all sorts of pads and stuff like that, and torch blades and things like that. Most of all of this basically came from the bottom drawer that was here, right? So now when it comes to this drawer, as you can see, I just threw some things in there, but I'm about to get all my Ingersoll ran equipment in here. As you can take notice to the handles, down there and get my other Ingersoll air hammer in here. All right. So just, some like, just to give you a little quick look at the moment. Like I said, I haven't even got to start yet with anything with this particular card here up top. See how it's hard to do this with one hand. Hold on a second. All right, so you see how the bottom opens up. I have my snap-on master brake tool set here. All right, I did pick up this knife earlier from off the truck. The part number is UTK150. All right, this is your auto loading utility knife. Back here I have my snap-on tap sockets, just as well as my low clearance torque adapters here. All right, your radiator hose clamp removal tool, just as well as I have my long picks, I have my punching chisels, I have my seal removal sets here. All right. Back over here, this is your terminal removal tool set here, and then you have your short picks. At the prior moment, like I said, a lot of equipment that's located where it's at, not everything is going to change. Not everything is going to stay the same way that I'm displaying it at the moment. I just basically put these tools in the cart at the prior moment so that I can start taking a look at, what's in my workbench and how I'm about to organize things, because I got to get a good visual, like how I had got a visual with this particular card. It took me, a little time to get the particular visual that I needed for the U.S. General. So the same principle is going to be applied with this card. I do need to get the slot and dots pegboards so that I can get the gun holsters to this particular cart just as well. All right, I'm gonna put the lid down and get the tool carts a little bit more closer so that you can get a little comparison. All right, as far as the sizes. At the prior moment, I'm not quite sure the dimensions of the cart or anything like that. I don't get all technical into the dimensions or nothing like that, but that's just basically what it is at the moment. So with the lid down to the U.S. General, so that you can get a little height differential. All right, the snap-on is coming in higher than the Milwaukee, and if you take notice, you know how upgraded with the 8-inch casters. All right, so your normal standard casters and your 5-drawer U.S. General tool cart sitting side by side with this KRSC 430, would be a little bit more shorter with the normal standard casters on there. All right, so that's just basically what that is at the moment. As far as my thoughts and opinion on a cart so far, I can't necessarily state that until I start to break things down and get things a little bit more organized, because once again, I do have a lot of equipment, so I'm going to see how I'm going to work that out, because since I remove certain things from these particular drawers, just as well as I will be switching up some of the sockets that are in that top upper compartment, all right, will determine, what I will directly have in this particular cart. This cart here will be mainly more stationary, just as well as my workbench, and the U.S. General will still be, my service cart, move around, because I use this for diagnostic means. This is why I have the tablet mounts and things like that, so that I can move around, make it more convenient. I just needed something at the moment so that I can get, a good vast majority of my snap-on equipment safe and more secured with more drawers. I could have had used a more longer box or a bigger box but at the prior time, I can wait. I want to make sure that I'm back at work, back in a professional facility before, I go out my way to invest in a bigger box. Until that time, right now, I'll basically use what I have. So like I said, I have these two carts and I also have a workbench just as well. But unfortunately, the workbench do not have wheels where it's mobile, where I can actually push it out into the open area. All right. So today is Friday. I want everybody to enjoy the rest of the evening out there. All right. Until that next toolbox tour, that next stacking video, that next tool haul, that next modification video. We're going to check you later. Like I said, when I get things together and I get things a little bit more organized, I'm going to give you a new, fresh, updated toolbox tour when it comes to this KRSC 430. All right. By the time I finish, it is going to look a whole lot much more different. I'm not going to go crazy with it like how I did the U.S. General. All right. But, I'm going to get all the proper equipment and proper things, get it ordered. And I need to get this organization for my upper top chest for the sockets. But until then, we're going to check you later. Peace.